Whoa. Is there going to be too much sun on my phone for me to read the chat like this? I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Whoa. Whoa. Thank you for handling that Gatorade bottle. Hope you guys enjoyed the comedy stylings of Gatorade bottle. Hope he kept you guys entertained while I was going pee real quick. Based on this, I can triangulate Paul's location. Yeah. Well, good for you. You guys liked Gwildor? That's cool. Mr. Danky, could you spare me the diet advice today? Could you spare me the diet advice today? What was that painting I tweeted? It's not a painting, it's just a thing that I draw on Chelsea's Buddha board every time I see that it's blank. A little Nirvana face or whatever the fuck. Just watched a video about how maybe we all did die in 2012 because of the Mandela effect. Maybe we did. Maybe we all died in Y2K, dude. A lot of you are probably too young to remember that hysteria. Y2K! All the fucking computers in the world are gonna stop working. Holy shit, dude. That was pretty crazy. I need an Abathur beanie. Yeah, I'd like to have an Abathur beanie, but they're like fucking $80. Blizzard is ridiculous with their merch. It's like, yeah, I'd buy some of this stuff, dude. I'm a dork. But I ain't trying to pay no $80 for a stupid fucking hat, dude. Paul, advice if you please. I might soon be talking about my opinions on topics, and before I step into that quagmire, do you have any advice? Just prepare to make absolutely no impact, prepare to not be listened to, and prepare to have your argument misunderstood by pretty much everybody that you want to understand it. Other than that, no real advice. I paid $40 for a Zeratul shirt. Damn. When Fat Paul orders a sandwich, he receives it with arms outstretched aggressively, beckoning the sandwich towards him, muttering, "Give me, give me." I probably have done that at some point. So, I guess you gots me. You gots me. BioWare online store is closing, so they're selling all their stuff dirt cheap. So if you want any Mass Effect or Dragon Age merch, oh, that's good shit, dude. Yeah. I'd like a Mass Effect hoodie or something. That'd be kind of cool. I know they had a pretty sweet N7 hoodie, but they probably don't have it in like fat guy sizes. That's another thing about merch companies is that, especially these nerdy merch companies, like they need to get on deck with like making some 4X, 5X, 6X shit, dude. There's some big boys out here playing your games and stuff. Other people are out running and taking care of their bodies. You know what I mean? Start realizing who you're marketing to. Hola. Hola, como estas? Me llamo Paulzigo. Soy un neckbeardo. The YouTube platform for opinions reminds me of a utopia where everyone is a philosopher. I think we're gonna get there. I think you're a crazy fucking lunatic, dude. That's what I think. Favorite Grand Theft Auto? I have played all, like, the original Grand Theft Autos. I don't like them at all. Like the top-down perspective ones. I mean, I guess for the time, maybe they were cool, but I never got into them. Grand Theft Auto 3 was the first one that really resonated with me and a lot of other people. And my favorite in the series is Vice City. Just, I love the 80s setting. I love the, like, obvious Scarface kind of take on the game. Had the best soundtrack. Well, Vice City and San Andreas both had fucking killer soundtracks. Let's put it that way. So those two, I think, definitely rounded out the peak of the game franchise for sure. Fuck Far Cry, dude. I don't care about Far Cry anymore. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it, dude. I don't, like, I barely have time to play the types of games that I like to play. I don't have time to, like, check out new spectacle shooters. It's just the same shit over and over and over again. I'm worn out, dude. I'm sick to death of first-person shooters about one lone dude taking down a terrorist network. I'm just sick of it, dude. Ugh. Like, I don't even know how to pretend to get excited about shit like that anymore. It's like, man, you hear about the new Far Cry? Oh yeah, what's it do? It's like one dude against like a whole criminal organization. Really? Wow. I'm glad they tried something fresh. Who gives a fuck? Like, who's getting excited for this shit anymore? But look, it looks really pretty, though. Yeah, it looks like a dressed-up version of the last one of these that I played. Where one dude ran around and... Like, I watched a little bit of somebody streaming Far Cry 5 the other day. I was just, like, flipping through Twitch, looking at what was popular. And one of the big streamers was playing Far Cry 5. And I'm just looking at the gameplay. And it really is just endless, like, he would just go to an outpost or whatever... And he would sit up somewhere in the hills overlooking the outpost and just pick off everybody one by one. Like, You know what I mean? Like it's this big, beautiful game, but the AI isn't smart enough to like take cover when they like their friends just start dropping from sniper fire. They just run around like chickens with their heads cut off, eventually stopping and allowing you to line up another headshot. And it's just like this is fun. Okay, I mean, go for it, I guess. Dude, here's a good idea for a first person shooter that would be awesome. Make a first person shooter called Henchman, where you play one of the normal NPCs that's sent out against this unstoppable player character, and somehow you've got to find a way to overcome this endless procession of boss fights where you just have normal guns and normal powers, and the player character can fucking run on the walls and do backflips and shit. Let's get a look from the other end of things. That would be interesting. So you're just like a henchman of the evil fucking character, and all of the people that you fight against are all the good guys. So all of the forces that are sent to help support the player character, who's the big boss at the beginning of every stage. That's a pretty cool idea. But anyway, fuck this. Yeah, fuck Far Cry 5. Fuck any of these games that are coming out where it's just like one man, one technologically advanced soldier versus everybody. Camp on top of hillsides and destroy entire enemy bases by picking them off one by one and wondering, is anybody gonna run inside a building? The answer? Hell no, they're not, because you like sitting up on a rock sniping people from fucking half a mile away. Far Cry 6. Guess what it is? It's an underwater base in the near future where the government has created a giant underwater utopia. And a terrorist organization takes control of it, and only one man can stop it. That's right, Far Cry Guy is back to fight some terrorists in the underwater utopia in Far Cry 6, Tides of Fury. At least Blood Dragon was a smart enough to have it be yeah, I mean like whatever. Yeah, Blood Dragon was an interesting little, whatever side game or DLC or whatever. Cuz they decided to go totally over the top and really kind of strip their game down to what it was, which is just a big old arcadey shooter. Paul, are you homeless right now? What's the title of the stream? No, I'm not homeless. I'm just rocking my homeless chic look today. All I need is some fingerless gloves to complete it, but it's a little warm for fingerless gloves. It's probably a little warm for a hoodie and a beanie too, but when has that stopped me before? I often feel like get better the graphics get, the less imagination games have. Well, it's just that's the focus of a lot of game companies is just to push the limits constantly graphically, which is fine. Like if you're gonna do that, some games just do look really good, and that is a factor in them. But I think that, you know, the desire to have that cutting edge visual experience kind of stifles creativity a lot of times in terms of like the gameplay and the narrative. How terrified are you of nukes right now, 1 to 10? Right now, probably like a 5. Take care, my dude. I'm about to head into work. Just want you to know that your content's the kind of shit that gets me through the long hours. All right, dude. Have a good day at work, my friend. Paul, if you're truly homeless, I'll buy you a couple of McDoubles. I mean, I'm not homeless, but I'd still like a couple McDoubles. If you make that happen, Mr. Danky, I'd be greatly appreciative of a couple McDoubles, right? 3 McDoubles, a large fry, a Coke, and a carb coma after that. Sounds pretty good. What do you think about modern WoW? I don't care. I don't really keep up on what's going on in World of Warcraft. I've missed the last 2 or 3 expansions totally, and I don't really care. I the last time I tried going back to the game, I think it was when I was living in Texas with Ashley. I was like, you know, I'll try out some World of Warcraft and see what's going on. And usually when I go back to the game, you know, it keeps me interested for a couple of weeks. I play some of the new content or whatever, and I played it for a day, like not even a whole day. I just played it for a couple hours, and I was like, this is just, I don't even, I don't want to do this anymore. I just felt like like I was looking at the quest log and looking at all the new areas to go to, and I was just like, this feels like a chore, not a game. Like, look at all these stupid fetch quests I've got to do, and all these stupid fucking go kill 10 wolf pups, go kill 10 arcane golems, and bring me their power cores so that I can, you know what I mean? It's just like, fuck. They should start making a game about becoming a president, and you can make choices to sabotage investigations against you. Honestly, could never get into any MMOs. None of them appeal to me, not because they're bad, but because they just don't give me any reason to play them. I mean, I understand why people do play them. You know, people like that character progression stuff. They like to feel like their character is slowly gaining in power. And they also like to feel like the time that they've invested in the game is reflected in the power level of that character. So it's almost about showing off to other people how long you've been doing it. I get that. It's just that the gameplay that is wrapped around that kind of feeling, I could be drawn into that kind of feeling. I mean, I've certainly liked that about other MMOs, and I liked that about World of Warcraft when I first played it. But the gameplay that's wrapped around that feeling is just not, it's just not good. It's just not fun. Questing and leveling, as much as they've tried to make it fun by adding all these wacky quests where it's like, instead of killing 10 wolf pups, take control of this gun turret and shoot at enemies that come in waves. And it's just like, how, this is no more fun than running around the underbrush looking for, you know, giant moth grubs to kill so that you can bring their Iker back to the troll so he can make a potion that you have to take to the next outpost. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. They've really tried to dress it up, but that really is, I think, the core problem with World of Warcraft. The game is boring. At its core, the game is boring. It's based around running from one little outpost to the next, right clicking on all the question mark people that have question marks over their heads, running around collecting shit from the area around the outpost by killing monsters or harvesting nodes or whatever the fuck, bringing it all back. And then at the end, you get one last quest that's like, all right, I've made this MacGuffin. You need to take it to this outpost, and you do it. And you get there, and it's the same fucking thing. You get there and there's a bunch of fucking yellow question marks everywhere, and you're like, oh, let me go. All right, oh yeah, you need some fucking shark teeth. Oh, cool. Just how do you play that? You know what I mean? I just don't get it. Like, you know, World of Warcraft is supposed to be about feeling powerful, and I don't feel powerful when like 40 levels in, I'm still doing like odd jobs for people around town. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can go and play the little dungeons and fight boss fights and stuff, but in the end, you're really just collecting shit for people in town. So you're like a day laborer, basically. Instead of a hero of Azeroth, you're like a dude that travels from outpost to outpost doing odd jobs for people. Kind of lame. I turn 18 tomorrow. Wish me a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Texas Taint, or whatever the fuck your name is. That's why Star Citizen is going to be good. It skirts all of that crap. I mean, does it though? Star Citizen may very well be vaporware at this point, dude, in terms of what they've promised and what they can deliver. Like, I'll wait till that shit comes out. WoW is so old now. Let it die. We need a revolution in MMORPGs. No, we don't. No, we don't, dude. WoW forever. World of Warcraft forever. Well, we'll see, dude. We'll see. Dinor, don't be boofing, dude. Don't nobody need it. Don't nobody want it. I like Diablo 3. I lost interest in Diablo 3 pretty quick when it first released. I was hyped for it, and then I got it, and I was like, man, there's something about this that just isn't right. And I played through to the end of the campaign, and I was like, well, that was shit. This is a bad game. And I stopped playing it for a long time until the expansion pack came out. And that fixed a lot about it. I mean, it made it a totally different game, but at least it's like playable now. You know what I mean? As a grindy kind of like, you know, if you like that gear grind thing, they've kind of designed the whole game around that now, making it easy for you to just transport yourself to places filled with monsters so you can grind, 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 grindy, grind, grind. If that's your thing, then it's a way better game now than it was when it released. But yeah, Diablo 3 at release was one of the biggest disappointments like ever for me. You know, my favorite video game of all time is Diablo 1, so having a sequel to my favorite video game franchise of all time, the most foundational video game of my childhood, and having it come out and just suck. It's kind of like, whoa, ouch. Albion, yeah, I'm not real interested in Albion. It's too instanced to be interesting to me. I watched, but I was kind of excited about it because it looked like they were making kind of an old Ultima Online style isometric RPG, and that's kind of really what it is. But it's super instanced. It's like every little area is its own little. You know, I hate that. I want the open world, man. I want, you know, the battles to be able to spill into the cities, and it's just when the whole fucking game world is chopped up into little smaller sandboxes, it just ruins the idea for me, you know. um, it makes it not feel like a multiplayer game. I'm eating Raising Cane's on my lunch. Do you ever eat there, Paul? I don't know if it's the best chicken fingers in the South, but I do eat there. They're pretty good. I like their Raising Cane's sauce or whatever. It's all right, but a lot of the times, dude, I gotta be honest, they're fucking their chicken strips or their whatever they are. They're too like they're not crisp enough, dude. There's not enough breading going on or some shit. It's like they're cooked well and they're hot and you know they're good, but it's just they're a little floppy. That's, you know, I don't like that shit, man. I like my chicken tenders to be fried to the point where they're just like they're a stick. You know what I mean? You can good old crisp chicken tender. This is like Raising Cane's. Blah, 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 blah. You pick up their chicken tender and it's flopping around like a dong. You know what I mean? With little chunks of breading stuck to it. And it's like, I mean, this tastes pretty good, but it's not very pleasant to fucking eat. What am I supposed to do with that? Only thing I'm excited for is Beyond Good and Evil 2. I love the first one, so hopefully it won't be shit. It'll probably be shit. Let's be honest, it'll probably be shit. I'm not going to be supporting any candidacies, dude. I don't care if the best fucking politician in the world comes along and runs. I've been burned, dude. I've had my butt burned too many times. Like, I know the game. I've played the game enough to know the game, dude. And I just don't participate in American politics anymore. I just, as far as like, you know, fulfilling my civic responsibilities, I don't bother anymore. I've seen the game. I know that the game is rigged against me, and you know I'm not going to show up to a soccer game where you know the deck is stacked against me. You know, I'm not going to go play a game of baseball where it's, you know, me versus a bunch of roided out fucking crazy fucking professional baseball players. I'm just not interested, dude. There's no payoff for me anymore. So I don't participate. I don't support candidacies. I don't get excited when somebody might run for president. You know, I don't engage in, you know, fantastical talk about how good a president this person would be and compared to this. It's just, none of it matters, guys. It's all a joke. If anarchy ruled, would you change? I don't know, dude. If a purple fucking hippopotamus sat on your foot right now, would you yelp in fear or pain? I'm tired of all the games catered towards children. That new Beyond Good and Evil trailer looked cartoony, but they were swearing and everything, so that's awesome. Yeah, dude, swearing. Swearing, dude. Yeah, I've tried the old Fallout games, 1 and 2. In fact, Fallout 2 is my favorite Fallout game in the series. Goodbye, everybody.